Hi, I'm Kat, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little polymer clay and resin manicure set. Start with pieces of scrap clay and shape them into nail polish bottle shapes. Then, you can use mold putty to make molds of each of these. To make the glass-like surface at the bottom, I'm going to coat the inside of each of the bottles with a little bit of resin, just a tiny bit along the bottom, and be sure to squeeze the cavity when you're finished to make sure that there's no air being trapped in the cavity. Allow each of the mold cavities to cure, and then select some colors that you'd like to use for nail polish. I use balls of polymer clay in ranges of pink and red, but of course you can use whatever colors that you like. Then basically push the polymer clay into the cavity, squish it all the way in, make sure it comes all the way up to the top, and then bake it in the oven. Once baked, you can unmold them. And then make some simple caps by rolling out a snake of clay. I'm using black, but you can use whatever color you'd like, and you can vary the sizes too. Make them different lengths or heights or thicknesses. You can make some square, and you can also make some hourglass shaped, whatever you prefer. Use a little TLS to attach the caps to the nail polish bottles and bake them. And for the nail polish remover, I made a shape out of scrap clay, which is basically an elongated teardrop that I cut off at the top and the bottom, and I made a mold of that. And then I used my leftover resin, tinted it with a little bit of purple chalk pastel, and when it was ready, when it was cured, I sanded it, painted it, glazed it, and made a simple cap out of black polymer clay. For the buffing bar, I made a square shape, or rather a rectangular shape, cut off the ends, and then use my needle tool to give it some gentle texture. You don't want a texture that's the same as you would a cake. You're just going to give it a very light texturing of the clay. And then I'm using my toothbrush to kind of pat that down again. This needs to be very fine to look like sandpaper. Do that on all four sides. And when you're finished, I use black and gray chalk pastel to give it the look of a buffing bar. I did full black on one side, full gray on the other, and then a combination of black and gray on the other two sides. And once you're finished coloring it, you can bake it. For the nail file, I used a strip from a tea light candle, and I sketched in the shape that I wanted. Afterwards, I cut this out and drew diagonal lines going down one direction and then diagonal lines going in the other direction as well. I also made a simple handle after I filmed this out of brown polymer clay. For the cotton swabs, or cotton balls, I used a Q-tip and I pulled off 4 little pieces of cotton and then I rolled them in between my fingers and shaped them to make a small cotton ball size. Afterwards, you can spray that with hairspray or Artist Fix Kit to hold it in place, but glaze everything else and you're done. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe. Bye!